For the past 2 years, air travel has been booming, and most airfares are nearing historic highs. But as prices rise, are there any alternatives to expensive flights? There are a number of carriers out there you've probably never heard of, especially for international flights, and their routes and best deals may not be readily apparent through the main travel search websites. But we found a few. Airlines like Norway's Norse Atlantic Airways, which just launched new routes from Los Angeles and San Francisco to London. There's even a low-cost, all-business class airline, La Compagnie. It's been around a few years, but just added service to St. Martin from Newark. There's Mexico-based Viva Aerobus, or for travel to Japan, Zip Air. And if you're looking to get to Paris and some other destinations that might surprise you, there's a relatively new carrier, French Bee.
The airline started back in 2016. It now flies state-of-the-art A350 jets with a very high-density passenger configuration, about 411 seats. So don't get too excited. You're not going to get a lie-flat seat.
But you might sleep better knowing that the one-way fares from New York to Paris can start around $200. And that's not the only U.S. route. French Bee also flies to Paris from San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Miami. If you want to go to the Caribbean, they do fly to the Dominican Republic from Paris. But, and this may surprise you, you can not only fly to Tahiti from San Francisco, but to a remote destination that most Americans haven't even heard of, a very special destination called Reunion Island, way out in the Indian Ocean, off of Madagascar. The founder of French Bee is Marc Rocher, and I caught up with him in Paris to talk about the airline, its fares, and its routes.
The promise of this airline was you are going as a customer to travel at the lowest cost we can afford and you can afford. We are not going to give you a luxury service, premium economy. The business traffic is very low now, and so we think that the growing market of the air travel is really economy.
French Bee does offer a choice between economy and what they call premium class, with the option to pay for additional amenities like meals, checked bags, or early boarding. But what helps to keep their prices low is what's in the belly of their planes.
The belly of this airplane can take about 15 tons of cargo in the bellies. And this market is also booming.
But you didn't intend to be a cargo carrier.
No, but the bellies is very important. Just one figure.
Yeah.
If you look at the total air cargo traffic in the world, 80% of the traffic is done by passenger airplane in the bellies, and only 20, in some years, 25% of the total air traffic of cargo is done by specialized cargo airplanes. So the bellies are very important.
French Bee is also exploring another cost-saving idea, the Fellow Fly Project, an experiment to test if long-haul flights can reduce energy usage by drafting off the wake of other planes, the same principle migrating birds use. Project tests have already shown a 5% reduction in fuel consumption. As you can tell, cost saving is the name of the game. So don't expect 5-star meals on French Bee or any extra space. But you do have the opportunity to fly for a reasonable price to some incredible places. Though right now, their flight map is still limited. Remember, for all these new carriers, the key word for passengers, KISS. Keep it simple. Pack light, dress in comfortable clothes, bring your own snacks, and remember, most of these airlines don't fly on a daily basis, so book and plan your trips with that in mind.